Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm Malicious Female Fan. Steve Malicious here, back with my 48-hour review of the OnePlus 9, the regular version. I've seen OnePlus getting a lot of hate for this device. A lot of hate out there. People saying, well, they used to do this, they used to do that. Let's put all that out of your mind and just judge this device on what it offers, the experience it offers, at the price point it offers it. Uncle Steve's going to help you out with that today on this edition of Steve Malicious Tech. And we're back as always. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers, up over 3,300 as of the taping of this video. If you're loving all the tech stuff, go ahead and give that subscribe button a tussle. It certainly means a lot to me. So let's talk about it. The OnePlus 9. A lot of tweets, a lot of videos. Everybody, well, they used to be the flagship killer at $599 and $699. They used to do this and have this. A lot of things used to be. I remember watching in theaters the Return of the Jedi re-release in 1997. It cost me $5. Think about what's happened to flagship phone pricing over the past few years. Now when there's a new phone out with the top of the line specs, we're not talking $900, $800 anymore, $1,000. Now we're talking $1,200, like on your S21 Ultra. And that's a step down from the $14 or $15 that they were charging last year. So when you look at $729 and actually what you get, I think there's a lot of value to be found with the OnePlus 9. So let's wipe the slate clean and talk about what you actually get for your money and what is a fair comparison for this phone. First thing, the display. Are you taking a step down from the Pro? Yes, you're going from that Quad HD to 1080p, but you're keeping the 120 hertz refresh rate. When you pair that with Oxygen OS and a Snapdragon 888, you are going to get, hands down, the best experience on a handset that you're going to have. And I've tried a lot of these devices. I've tried the same chipset, the S21 Ultra. I've tried the Xiaomi devices, Nokia devices, Apple, Google Pixel stuff, whatever it is. The best experience that you're going to want to keep coming back to over and over again is Oxygen OS on the OnePlus 9. It is fast, it is fluid, it is clean. I love the customization. I love the fact that you can change the colors, the notification, all that stuff. I mean, it's reminiscent of Windows Phone when you change the color of your tiles. I really like that small feature, but it's nice. The polish, the always-on display is crisp, it's clear, it's bright. Stuff feels like it's on top of the glass, which I like. It doesn't feel like it's through the glass, if you kind of understand what I'm saying there. Overall, the experience is best. I usually cover myself and say, well, that's subjective. That's my opinion. I've used a lot of these devices now, and you spend an hour with the S21 Ultra, and you come back and you spend an hour with this. You're going to choose this as far as user experience is concerned. And I don't care that you're taking a step down on the camera. Because if you're buying this device at $729, I have to think that the user experience is what you're going to OnePlus for. It's not the camera. Because if I think, and I've said this in my other video talking about OnePlus, if you're going to that $1,000 price range and you're really concerned about camera, personally, I would choose the S21 Ultra. You're getting more versatility there. You're getting the periscope lens. You're getting the higher zoom, all that comes with that. You're only getting a telescope or whatever they have on a 3x zoom, optical zoom, on the Pro. And you lose that on the OnePlus 9. But I'm thinking, if you're going to the OnePlus 9, you're worried about user experience and performance. And let's talk about, it's not like last year, where the difference between the OnePlus 8 Pro camera and the OnePlus 8 camera was night and day. I understand the sensor side, the sensor's a little bit, I don't know, lower quality if you want to call it that. Still pretty good. It's still very large on the wide angle, which is nice. More light, nice photos. You're not getting a potato image. You listen to some of these videos and you're thinking you're getting, there's a massive step down. It's not. These are great shots. For 95% of us, this is going to do just fine. And if you're doing, and I've said this before on here, if you're shooting magazine covers and it's your job or something, buy a DSLR. You're not doing it on a OnePlus 9 or a OnePlus 9 Pro. I don't care what they show in those videos. It's fancy people shooting movies and stuff. You're not doing that. What are you doing 90% of the time? 95% of the time? We take a picture of your cats. And we got some right here. Taking wide angle lenses of landscapes. Good detail, good color. You could go in there and change the Hasselblad stuff and do color stuff and have no issue there and all kinds of stuff with that. And you can mess with that if you're really wanting to get into the pro modes. But overall, a nice camera experience. So don't think that stepping down from the OnePlus 9 Pro, you're getting some really awful $100 phone camera. You're not. You're getting a quality camera experience. Let's talk about battery life. You know, I'm beginning at 5 hours, screen on time with max brightness, max refresh rate, and all the rest of it. I'm beginning to think that it's Android 11 because I've had the same problem with the S21 Ultra. I've had the same problem with other devices that had Android 11. I told you the Pixel 2 XL, it basically fried. The battery lasts about 4 minutes. So I'm hoping that with software updates, that's something that they'll be able to fix. It's something that they can go back and say, well, hold on now. This is something that we could correct and improve the battery life on these Android 11 devices, because with the 4,500 milliamp hours, you'd want to get a little bit more than that. But if you do run a little low, that Warp Charge 65 that comes in the box works really well. And when they say 29 minutes from 0 to 100, they mean it. It's not nonsense. It's not lies. It works. 100% charge in 29 minutes. I've done it, and it's fantastic. It's great. It works really well. So, gaming. They actually had an update today, this is April 1st, that mentioned specifically Call of Duty and PUBG. So we show you some Call of Duty right now, looking fancy, no problems there, nice and smooth, good detail, all the rest of it. Was able to mow down these guys right here, no issue. Pokemon, you're going to have no issue, well, sort of no issue. See that Pikachu causing trouble? Catching all the Pokemon that you want. It has a game mode that I show there at the top. You can see me pointing at. It makes it look like a pixel, which is interesting. It basically takes the hole punch camera out of the way and gives you just the entire screen to look at. Some games it works, some games it doesn't. And someone requested a Genshin Impact. Here you go, running well, no issues. Your waifu's going to look fantastic. I promise, no concerns there. So let's talk about what the benefit is here. When we watch these videos, we're hooked on price to performance. And when you get down to my level of channel, when you're watching 10 and 15 videos on these devices, when you're watching videos on all the different phones, I think at that point, we're enthusiasts. Perhaps you're a more savvy consumer really doing your research on these devices, but we miss out on what a lot of the consumers, I think the majority of them, are experiencing. So, would you look at this and say, well, yeah, $729, but then you got the Xiaomi Mi 11 over there, and that's $7, and you could get this, and it's the same price, and you're getting that for the... Understand. How are you getting that in America? If you're overseas, it's easier for you. I know in some of these countries, Xiaomi, it's a little bit easier to get those devices. You don't have to worry about it with anything. That's a different story. But in the United States, you go to T-Mobile, you pay your $25 a month, and you walk out with this phone. And that puts it in the competition against those mid-tier Samsung devices, which I think this crushes. Then you're looking at the flagship devices, which this will beat on price. So while we sit here and say, well, hold on now. How can OnePlus release something like this when there's so much competition at $500 and $600? It's because when you look at it with carrier support, I don't think you understand that what a game changer that is for a device like this. We talked about it with Huawei too, when they were talking with Verizon, and how cool that would have been to get those devices in there and to be able to make the monthly payment, which a lot of people they just walk in and say, all right, what do you got? $20. I like that one. What is it? $20? Okay, I'll take it. And then you're doing that. And think about this. What do you have to do to get a Xiaomi in America? You're going to AliExpress, you're going to eBay, then you got to worry about whether you're getting the Chinese version or the global version and all the rest of it. And you tell somebody walking into a store in 40s and 50s, oh, well, hey, you got to go on AliExpress. Ali what? I saw Ali fight Frazier, 71 at the Garden. What are you talking about? What does this mean? Well, online. Amazon? I could get it through. No, I can't. This makes a big difference. Other than that, flat display, it's back. I'm loving it. I loved it on the Pixel 4 that they went with a flat display. I'm loving it on this. I understand on the S21 Ultra, it's not that flat display is where it is. So to get a Snapdragon 888 and flagship specs in a flat display in 2021 is nice. It is back. I mentioned, I know in the unboxing, the plastic, you're going to put a case on this anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. It is an odd choice on the plastic because that blue phone that we reviewed for $150, that felt better, believe it or not, on the frame than this. It's an odd choice that they made, but that's okay. It still looks fine. You're going to put a case on it. I like the mist that they did. I know it's a mirror finish and it's a fingerprint magnet and all the rest of it, but you can't really get that kind of mist fog experience with a matte finish as opposed to the glossy finish, that they had on this one. I like it just the same. The purple's really nice. You're getting a good design. Overall, understand this. This is a top tier flagship experience that you're going to get for $729. And take away all the history. $700 they used to do this, and at $500. Think about today and what you get from some of the other offerings that are accessible and what this offers. And I think if you're looking at it objectively, if you put all those emotions aside, you're going to be happy with this device. And I promise you, you're going to keep wanting to pick it up and use it over and over again because it's just that enjoyable. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Leave your suggestions, what you want to see for the full review. Next week, something that wasn't covered. Go ahead and ask your question. I'll most likely get to it. Until next time, have that Steve-alicious day.